The next question is from Alexei. Valery Viktorovich, please help me to sort this out. According to the World Health Organization website, the most concerning situation regarding coronavirus within the Europe region is in Italy, where there are more than 3,000 confirmed cases as of March 4th. At the same time, in neighboring France and Germany, there are less than 300 cases. And in Greece?
So what is happening in Italy?
There are 9 confirmed cases in Greece. Is this the result of natural causes? Or, keeping in mind that all processes are managed, was Italy chosen to be the most affected country in Europe?
The Spanish influenza of 1918 was caused by natural causes. It took more lives than World War I. Regarding the novel coronavirus and other similar phenomena, they are absolutely managed processes. Mutations of different viruses are taking place all the time. It is inefficient to scare people with old swine or avian flu, even though thousands of people are still dying from them, because people became immunized. Medical specialists acquire some knowledge on that virus, and the human body produces immune response. There is a dynamic in the process. People can be scared only by something new. But the most important thing is that a new phenomena gives scientific society and related political experts pool a chance to talk about some threat. This threat should be new and physically present. Suppose a small mutation takes place. Suppose it is not as deadly as an avian flu, but it is something new, which should be sorted out. A certain information policy can be built based on it. And hence, a specific governance maneuver can be executed. Regarding the number of fatalities, it is enough just to change a counting method, and here you are. Other viruses are counted now, as the case with novel coronavirus. It is a fraud. Obviously, there is a question what is happening in Italy. Everywhere the situation is more or less under control, but in Italy it is just absolute horror. During the previous question-answer session, we discussed coronavirus only in its economic aspect, but we didn't touch upon its political aspect. But look how convenient coronavirus, any such epidemic, is for governing exactly social protests. I'm sorry, social processes. But I didn't mention the protests by accident. Look, the coronavirus epidemic began in China. But what did disappear at the same time? Protests in Hong Kong. Protests just vanished. Just one snap of the fingers and protests are gone. As a result, there is no need anymore to disperse or repress anybody. But we all remember that Chinese police hosed the crowd with colored water. All active participants were marked. Now imagine the situation. The protests are gone, everything calmed down, and every active participant is getting the knock on the door. That is it. Neither public nor mass media won't react to it profusely. No dramatic picture on a TV screen, no hype, no excitement, no agitation. It is a very simple procedure. At first, everybody is marked. Then coronavirus is announced, which makes all of them come back to their homes. The thing to do is just to go over there and pick them one by one. And each of them will receive personal attention. All right, starting from today, you are working for us. In return, you will stay free. You don't want to collaborate with us? Sorry for you then. The Chinese penitentiary system has enough bunk beds, so you could think of your behavior there. It will be done on a personal and target-oriented basis, And this is only one aspect. But did China do only that? Look how cleansing of communist establishment was conducted. Some leaders were removed from their posts. Others were put in charge instead. How could you let this coronavirus epidemic happen? But this new leader that has been appointed as your replacement won't let that happen again. Whereas you will be held responsible for all you have or have not done. We have heard about the confrontation between young communists and the Communist Party in China. A personal cleansing of the communist state establishment will bring attention immediately. But if it is done within the novel coronavirus epidemic framework, then it will be accepted by the public as normal. Some speak out against the Soviet Union. You don't want everybody to get banned from traveling abroad again, do you? Excuse me, but now with coronavirus in view, any country can be locked down at once. And then a similar decision can be taken regarding you. So you will be banned from traveling abroad for a different reason, but this time you won't protest. You will accept it. Whatever was done in the Soviet Union to discredit socialism and communism was done during the post-Stalin period. There is an analytical work, the West and the USSR, the Cold War as it really happened, where those tactics are described in detail. It is much easier to govern complex social supersystems when there is a new objective, scary factor, than to do it by an executive decision. For one simple reason. Then people understand the rationality of the applied restrictions. For example, people in Italy were told not to leave their homes, and they stay at homes, just like in China. But what a very interesting aspect does coronavirus have? Coronavirus has a very interesting quality. Children and teenagers practically don't get sick. It is only elderly people who die from it. Where else has coronavirus made its mark? In Iran, where political leadership suddenly began to get ill with the coronavirus. We already discussed that in the Iran Fallout episode that we have released on our channel, Soleimani assassination and blowing of the plane from the skies, that there is a sufficiently serious problem of Iranian political elites aligning. Well, here you go. A person caught coronavirus and died. There is no one to point the finger at. But the political balance has changed. Let's turn our attention back to Italy. What makes Italy special? On its territory, there is a spot called the Vatican City-State. A simple thing has been done. Where is the best place to hide a fallen leaf? Amid other fallen leaves. Thus, if there is an epidemic in Italy, then it is only natural that the Pope can catch a virus. So the Pope got sick. He got a running nose. Voices appeared. No, it is a coronavirus. The Pope insisted. It is just a running nose. The voices continued. You are not getting out of this. You do have a coronavirus. Look, a coronavirus blankets the whole of Italy. That is what you have. On top of that, you are in the high-risk age group. You have no way out. The way out was found. The maneuver with the coronavirus test was undertaken. The latter proved to be negative. But what is interesting, what did the Pope announce to be able to complete the maneuver and to register the result of it? Well, we are opening archives related to World War II. In other words, this is our counterpunch, guys. Instead of the expected outcome, you get this one. That is how global politics is conducted. Everything seems to move naturally.